In the next short period of time, I'm going to try to teach you guys a little bit about what's been going on in online marketing, digital marketing, how to utilize a web page or landing page to help create leads. So we're going to go through this. Let me try to make that screen a little bit bigger for y'all. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over really about how to do online sales funnels. So there's a lot of confusion on what's a sales funnel. So today we are going to talk specifically about sales funnels, digital sales funnels, basically what you may refer to as your web page. What I'm trying to do, try to tell you a little bit about how to have a complementary landing page that is about a very specific product that you want a very specific audience to go to that page to do a very specific action. So hope you understand that's exactly what we're talking about today. So Fastway Logistics is a wonderful, wonderful customer of mine. They weren't very well known, very limited exposure. Their website was, I think it was originally built in 1866, or I think they started it on the Mayflower and then they finished it sometime in Jamestown. But what we did was we installed a ClickFunnels landing page just for their group, and we combined it with a LinkedIn ad campaign. So just some quick stats here. I know we're getting into this right away, but cost per click ended up being about $17. They had a very small audience. Conversions from click to customer were less than 10%. So you say to yourself, it probably doesn't sound that good because cost of acquisition was nearly $2,000, but lifetime customer value is well over $30,000. So if you look at that, that's on the profit side, that's not gross. So if you understand what your average customer value is, you understand what a reasonable client acquisition cost is. So, they had actually spent much, much more than that to acquire customers in years past to get someone through a funnel, go into a trade show and travel and everything like that. So this is much more reliable. It's even more reliable than referrals. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Who are funnels for? They're really for anyone looking for lead generation. If you are backed up, if you have a product that's so amazing that you are absolutely booked out for years and you're trying to run 3 shifts, well, then you might want to stop watching this right now, because I congratulate you. Call me in about 3 years when you need a little help. But for anyone else that would like to have a little more control of their lead generation and have a little more flow and a little more predictable leads, this is where the future is going when it comes to your earlier parts of your sales process, your marketing process, your exposure process. That's what we're going to use funnels for. So my goal with everyone here, really, if you have an intelligent sales funnel, I believe the best way to capture it is through our proprietary funnel building process. We've worked really, really hard intelligently through my consulting process and practices that I do to really understand, what you do, who you want, and then we work on how to deliver a message. That's why we're very, very different than just a classic web builder. This is a little bit about me. I've been in sales for a very, very, very long time. If there's a sales position, I've had it. I've had multiple companies. Some have been very successful and some have failed. I probably have about 2 companies a year fail for the last few years. So luckily I start a lot of companies, so it works out pretty well. So in general though, I win more than I lose. So most of my customers that I do my personal coaching group with sit about $67 million. I'm also a dad, also very active in a mastermind group. It's a $25,000 mastermind group, and we are very, very, very involved with helping each other with best practices. I also enjoy speaking at conferences and getting to know, really, really understand the market and our customers. So I joke that I've been part of web building since the beginning of the web. Really, guys, I'm 48, so here at the end of 2019, and I remember the World Wide Web. I remember going to the the Sun Microsystem Labs at Auburn University, really trying to see that we could be in one room and communicate with someone on the other side. So I've been very close to understanding what's been happening. I've been a part of building a lot of web pages since the early mid 90s. So, but what's happened is they really, I guess it might be harsh to say stopped converting, but conversions have significantly slowed down, or they've gotten just so expensive. So I figured there had to be a better way. Google AdWords were getting so expensive. It was just getting so that, you had a website, Facebook keeps changing, their algorithms, and LinkedIn changes their algorithm. Google wants to charge you more for clicks and everything like that. So, there had to be a better way. So I'm an avid podcast listener, and I found this amazing podcast by this guy named Russell Brunson several years ago. He called it Marketing in His Car. And I was like, man, this guy's awesome. Did these little 5, 6, 7, and he started this company called ClickFunnels. And I was so fascinated to a point where my family got to a point of saying, oh, it's a funnel, it's a funnel, it's a funnel. And I'm like, everything's a funnel. When you walk into the mall, it's a funnel. When you walk to a festival, it's a funnel. Guys, you're living in funnels, right? Some are good and some are bad. But when it comes to, what you're doing in your process, like, for instance, I have never flown Frontier Airlines before, but I was really fascinated by their funnel. They had a very inexpensive ticket, but then they upcharged me to carry on a bag. And then if I wanted to check a bag, they were going to carry me on. Then once I was on, their funnel involved me being able to buy my drinks and buy my snacks. And then while I was on there, they also offered me a credit card with a free flight. And then they've been hitting me up ever since. That's a lot. That's a funnel. I mean, that's a Frontier funnel. So, but Russell really taught me a lot about online and digital funnels. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. So I really worked hard to learn how to convert web traffic into leads. So I've gotten certified in StoryBrand. I've gotten certified in all kinds of sales, leading, and coaching programs that help me understand how to talk. I've been an avid learner of copywriting. It is a lot of science when it comes to converting. So, but what I did was I had to test and test and test and test and test. And even a conversation I had with a client earlier today, I said it's going to take us months to really find that message that converts: the picture, the video, the message, the audience, the where we're going to deliver it. I mean, guys, that's how you do this. You constantly are testing and testing and testing. But leads started coming in. What's nice about a digital ad and lead campaign, especially if you get to a number that makes sense, is you can control it by the day. If you find that you spend X and get X number of leads, well, you can be much more empathetic to your internal team and less likely to have surges. Say you went to 4 trade shows in a row in June and everyone's slammed and everything's crazy because we got to respond. Well, what if you could drip your lead generation throughout the year and it wasn't just this giant surge, right? Let's think about that. So I did discover the hard way, and I have definitely struggled. This is, I don't know if anybody remembers this mosaic. This is one of the original ways to build. This might be the first way that a homeowner could build their own website. And the first websites were just insanely expensive, right? What do we have to do, right? Google AdWords, TV ads that drive traffic to your website. Hope, I like that. Long turnaround time. I mean, gosh, guys, if you've ever built a website back in the 90s or even 10 years ago, it would take a long time. It took a lot of the manpower inside your company to get your site going. It was pretty painful. I'm going to go over 3 quick secrets on automated leads. So these are quick things. So if you never do business with me, and that's okay if you don't, because I want to create a no-brainer for you. But in the meantime, take these tips on automated leads and do with what you will. So here's the trick. Have a clear picture of your ideal customer, know where they go for information, and build a funnel that converts. You could stop right there, screenshot that, put it up above your desk. If that's all you walked away from this in the last 10 minutes and 7 seconds, if all you walked away with was that, you win. Okay, we're going to go by these one by one. Okay, have a clear picture. How to identify your ideal customer. So I love this. I talk about this at seminars and trade shows, workshops all the time. Love talking about ideal customer. Okay, so here's the deal. Think about who your favorite customers are. The customers that appreciate you, the customers that look at you and go, man, I appreciate what you do. I want you to be in business, and I want you to be able to work at a fair margin to be able to stay in business. Those are great customers, people that you're willing to spend your weekend time with, and it's not drudgery. That's your ideal audience, right? Think about their title. Think about, really what they look like. Dig deep, give them a name. I mean, there's all kinds of, you can do a search called like a avatar definition. That's a term that's used. But I'll tell you what, it's just really dig deep and understand who you love as a customer. Secret number 2. So discover your client pain points and where they go for help. Here's a really quick hack. Go do a search. Say your customer is an engineer, or your customer is a facility director, or your customer is procurement, or your customer is entrepreneur, whatever it is. Do engineering forum. Say it's a mechanical engineering forum, electrical engineering forum, architect forum. Guys, people are talking online, and you will understand what their pains are. And when you understand your clients' real pains, you'll understand how to craft a message to address that pain. And if you don't know how to address it, do research. If that's really your customer and that's really your ideal customer, understand their pains. Understand what causes them to lose sleep at night or possibly get fired. So make sure you're understanding that, because that's where your messaging starts. Number 3, the trick is right down here at the bottom, it says how to get them from stranger to friendly. I say that because this is a digital sales strategy. This is not a digital sales close. Unless you are utilizing this for an automated sale of something for, I think $17 is sort of the breaking point. If you're doing something that's $17 or less, you could probably do an automated sale online. Sometimes you can get them up a little bit higher. But in general, you're going to have a conversation and get somebody into your existing physical sales process. Most of the people that I deal with have a physical sales process. So the whole concept is get them from stranger, somebody who has no idea who you are, to friendly, someone who's open to understanding your value proposition. So who does it work for? I work a lot with commercial contractors. I've got a couple solopreneurs. I've got a rep group. Lots of dealers. Really what it comes down to, if you are a lead seeker, this is going to help you. A couple myths when it comes to your digital lead creation myths. Expensive, guys. These landing pages are much, much, much less than what used to be, what used to be years ago. Time-wise, the time that it takes to do this is a fraction of what it was just 5-6 years ago. Too much involvement. A lot of you probably know what I'm talking about. It's where the whole team had to get together. Everyone wanted to put their input in. What we're talking about is very clear, very short, concise landing pages that convert. We are not writing an encyclopedia. We are writing a very clear message to a very clear audience. Your website works great, and it may have, just it won't for long. It's not. Most websites that were created, say 2 to 3 years or earlier, if you're calling it a website and not a funnel, a landing page, or thinking about converting, just kind of rethink it. I'm not saying to scrap it. I'm just saying complement it. Okay, let's look at this real quick. This is what we do. We are SwaggFunnels. Again, it's not hard. Again, let's recap here. Take those 3. What you're going to get. This is what we do, which I really love. Okay, so we help you with the market analysis. You have an assigned funnel strategist on my team. I am personally involved with every funnel that leaves our office. We have a very, very, very intelligent layout. And then we help you with the uploading and hosting, and we help with continued support. Most places you don't get that. You might be able to get, say, layout to updates, or you might get analysis to review, but we take you from, really from cradle to grave on this process. So I think it's going to help you a lot. Once you end up building a funnel with us, this is what you're going to be able to do. So if you don't already have a really clear identification of your ideal customer, we're going to help you do that. We're going to really know where they're going. Are they going to Facebook? Well, we'll do a Facebook ad campaign. Are they going to LinkedIn? Well, we'll do that. If they're going to Reddit and they're primarily going to that, well, then we'll do Reddit campaigns. We have to know where they're going because we want to provide them with solutions where they go for solutions. And then if necessary, we'll help you tie your lead page back to your CRM so that you are able to, this is in line with your existing CRM. So it used to be a time sucker, guys, and our entire process designed to get you up and running. I say painlessly. Is it always painless? Gosh, no. But change tends to be a little uncomfortable. But you know what? That's how you stay current. That's how you stay in front of your customers, guys. That's what we're going to try to do. So in our any of our monthly customers, anybody that becomes a customer, they get access to online community. I personally post personal coaching tips to that group. We're always doing offers and stuff like that. We're not giving you the hard sell. If it's not a fit, it's not a fit. But I really want to thank you. And my goal was to get it done in 17 minutes. I'm at 17:05. So I am going to close this out. Thank you. If you have any questions about this, please go through there, fill out an application, see if we're a good fit. Reach out to me personally. I'll be more than glad to be a resource. Again, thank you, and good luck with your sales funnel. Thanks. Bye.